Alright, and stream 2 of Radagon and Elden Beast. I've switched to a slower weapon. The great thing about dual wielding the clean rot knight swords is that it kind of taught me more about the fight. And so as I progressively learned the free spacing and everything, I feel significantly more comfortable with the battle axe, because I don't want as I gain more knowledge of how spacing works in this fight, it would be over way too quickly with the clean rod knight swords. So I switched to the battle axe, which is a weapon I love to defeat the boss with, preferably, instead of something so much significantly faster. So I'm trying not to be too OP, because I want to be able to show as much as I can moveset wise. And then with the Elden Beast, I'm trying not to get too serious with the Elden Beast, just because it's just so exhausting getting to him. Elden Beast is a lot more generous. I also don't want that fight to be over too quickly, but however, it's the same thing with Beast Clergyman and Malekith. By the time I get finished with Beast Clergyman, when I get to Malekith, I'm like, I don't want to spend too much time here. I want to get the fight over with. I'm just done. It's just two separate boss fights. It just kind of gets exhausting, in my opinion. So, unfortunately, if I get footage for Elden Beast, and if there's not too much shown for the Elden Beast, then I have to apologize, because I'm like, Radagon is not that big of a deal. I'm still going to get killed several times going through Radagon, but I'm a lot more comfortable. But there's still aspects of Radagon that I'm not, entirely refined. And, it's whatever. At this point, if I can get what I want for Radagon, I really don't care what happens with the Elden Beast. But I still don't want the Elden Beast to be over in 30 seconds, which isn't going to happen. I think at most, the Elden Beast is probably going to be maybe a minute or a minute and a half. So let's see what we can do tonight. I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to get them tonight, but it's just something fun to stream and talk to whoever wants to come in and say anything, say their piece about the fight itself. And, I can already tell that the fight's going to be... I'm probably going to give the fight maybe a fairly good rating. It's not going to be my favorite, but definitely going to be in my top final boss list of the entire From Software games. Definitely, but not... As far as my favorite fight, it just won't be. I don't like the delayed attacks enough to really put it up there. Even in general for Elden Ring, I don't think it would even make my top 10. Definitely concentrating on getting stuns now. That's definitely a really satisfying, in my opinion. Oh, God. I gotta remember that I'm invincible for that recovery frame. I gotta stay confident with that, because if I try to dodge when I didn't need to from there, it just gets me caught on that second swing of his. There's still just little tiny things where I'm like, just throws me off, just because of the delayed attacks. I can't stand delayed attacks. I've never enjoyed them, even when they were few and far between and throughout the series. And I definitely don't like them here. It's just not satisfying for me, in my opinion. It's not a good tease. At least the attacks are well telegraphed, but when it comes just to the final execution of the attack where it's delayed, it's not satisfying to punish. But we work around the issues that we have in these games, just like how I worked around the issues I had with the Godskin duo. I have a lot of problem with that fight most crap, I screwed myself up. Heck. Way too early. Gonna have to recalibrate. I haven't played in the last 30 minutes, so I'm gonna have to recalibrate myself. That's the bad thing. See, that's one thing I'm gonna have to mention in the review. Is that the bad thing about delayed attacks is that, when you go back later on after you've been through the game, it depends on how fast you go through the game, I guess. And I like to do a slow burn on almost all my playthroughs. I used to do really fast playthroughs of any of the games, and however, these days I really like the slow burn playthroughs. And by the time you get back to Radagon, it's probably you'll have to recalibrate through the delayed attacks again. Oh dang it, I didn't. Oh well, practice run. Cautionary roll. Ah, heck. That one still gets me. Because I keep thinking he's doing a different move. Whenever I jump off the side right here and just kind of grind the side of the bridge, I keep thinking something secret and glitchy is going to happen, like I'm going to somehow kill the Elden Beast. I mean, crazy stuff like that, has happened in video games. I mean, I hope it doesn't happen because it'll just screw up my playthrough and I'll have to go through the character, go through the game again with my soul level 55, which wouldn't be a big deal. I would love to use my militia weapons instead. I think I've killed maybe 3 bosses on accident with this character that I had to use my level 55 character for. Like, I think I went ahead and killed Radagon because I just didn't like the fight, and I just went ahead and wiped him out, knowing that I would like to just go back to him later with my level 55. Oh heck! I'm always just trying to find new ways to get extra damage in. That's what probably was responsible for half of my mistakes. So I'm just trying to squeeze in a little bit extra. I don't know how long I'll be able to stream this time because my wife is walking and I don't know how long that's going to take. So oh, I didn't expect him to do it that early. That's the downside of wanting to use the light attacks. Usually I just stick with the heavy attacks to get the stagger, but I'm just impulsively wanting to slide in some extra damage. You can also hug his right side, but not exactly comfortable with that right now. Oh, what? Yeah, sometimes that's weird. I almost don't even want to attack after stuff like that because I know I have plenty of stamina, but for some reason it will not let me dodge. It looked like the animation was starting, but it still registered. I don't know. It weird stuff is that has been happening like that lately, and if that, stuff like that just keeps happening, I might just switch back to the dual wielding clean rod knight swords because that gets old after a while when you dodge and it doesn't register. Hate it when that happens in these games. That's happened to me in the other games. But it seems like it's been happening a lot more in Elden Ring. I think it's just because I've been applying these standards a lot more heavily compared to the other games. I don't know. It never seemed to happen in Dark Souls or Demon Souls. It just seems. I guess the smoother the dodging frames have become, then the more open it is to issues like that, registering issues. Ah, heck, I'm done. I hate that. I hate how it just moves my character around like that. I just need to stand still. It's just me being impatient. That's what's happening. But with the no rolling seems to be kind of fair in this. There's definitely, I mean, with no rolling, you're going to deal with RNG regardless. Um, the RNG is definitely a lot heavier with a no roll. I mean, no matter how you approach it. But with him, for some reason, I mean, I've seen this before where the right side of the boss is a lot more generous than the left side. I don't know why. I think it's like that with Ludwig, the Holy Blade, when you just hug his right side is more generous than his left. And that's something I really should have tried before I stopped. Woo! Some nasty attacks right here. I hate it when he does that and he just keeps going. Oh, heck. Oh! I got really lucky. Oh, heck. That timing can be really weird. Man, right after so many hairy iframes from the first phase. And whenever I'm fighting a boss and anticipating to get a win, there's sometimes a cool moment happens, and I'm like, oh man, I hope I can get this footage in, and then I'll die or take a hit, and then I got to restart. I'm like, man, it would have been cool to have that into the footage. Very rarely I'll actually have a cool moment, like in the Noble fight. There was a really cool moment. Since I was playing no rolling, there was a moment where he did one of his super thrusts, and I just barely made it out. I mean, it was just it was a hair away from hitting me. It was where I was running towards the fog gate, and I was basically out of the camera view. Oh, heck. I wonder if I am running out of stamina, because, I mean, the R2 does take a lot. I don't know. It feels like I should be rolling right there. I just don't, it doesn't feel like I'm using that much stamina. I'm only attacking just a couple times. For some reason, when it gets to that spot, there's like some kind of registering issue. It's only when it comes to something like that positioning. But pretty much any other attack positioning, I'm rolling just fine. But for some reason, that specific spot, it's like, no, you're not rolling. I don't know. I don't know if it's stamina. I don't really know. I highly doubt a stamina because I got fast stamina recovery time with a talisman. I don't know. It's just really weird. It's a really weird thing. I just need to be more cautionary with my strikes, and you really just only attack when I know I'm safe, basically. Like this. Ooh, that was close. Ooh, man. Alright, this could be potential of getting it if everything goes well with the Elden Beast. Oh heck, I thought he was doing something else. I thought when he lit up, he did that little magic with the circles. I don't know. I guess I read that incorrectly, but oh well. Did it once, can do it. Did it 4 other times, can do it again. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Alright. So we need to figure out what's going on I guess I really just need to watch him until I'm for sure he's going to do that ring, that wave thing he does, whatever it's called. And I know that one spell, you can basically just run in circles with it. Hopefully I can get that timing down right. Because that's like, man, that's just shaving the hairs off your back on that attack. And his little sword wave shots, kind of like Ludwig, the Accursed. I mean, no, sorry, the Holy Blade. It's like that, but they're just totally flat and horizontal. You can actually just outrun those if you just run to the side. So those are fine. I don't know. I'm still just very green with the Elden Beast because it's just, I've only seen him like a few times. Oh heck, did I remove? I don't think I jumped off. Oh well, I'll get another practice round. Oh wait, maybe I did. Ah, heck. I was looking at something on... I'm so distracted by the YouTube feed. Just keep wanting to look at it. I don't know if my bloodstain stays down there with the Elden Beast or not. That would really suck to take care of Radagon. Just to find out that my lost ruins remained in the Elden Beast arena. I don't know if I would just go ahead and go for it or just start over. I would probably just start over, just knowing my stubbornness. I've even thought about just switching the swords once I got to the LBs, but like I said, I'm like, I don't know. I think that would just totally knock him out. I'm surprised he didn't stagger. I did several charge attacks on the LBs, and I thought he was staggered by then. But maybe I need to do jump attacks or something. Getting a stun on him is so satisfying. It's probably the most satisfying thing for me. Oh god, man. Screw that freaking teleportation. See, I should have had him, but I missed. You can tell I missed a jump attack, and that's where I screwed up. I should have been more patient with that. That was just 100% my fault. Now, I didn't notice earlier, I wasn't able to dodge, but I survived in the first phase. There's something about the very beginning that prevents me from dodging. No idea what... I mean, you can see how much I'm able to do and still dodge, but for some reason, at the very beginning, I cannot dodge. It will not register. I don't know if... I have no idea what's going on. It's a strange phenomenon. And of course, I'm probably the only one ever to have this problem. That's just what happens to me in video games in general. I seem to have a problem. No one can. It's like the L3 thing. I did find a couple of people talking about that problem with L3, but I found a solution to swap it out, and so now I got to crouch with the directional button up. Ooh. I'm not familiar. good. I caught him right before he was about to do the stop. That means he'll do it again. Oh, heck, I missed again. Ooh! Ooh! Aha! Oh! See, that one's such a tease. God, I don't even know why that's an attack. I mean, come on. It's so visually unappealing. But I'm at that stage where, I know at the beginning I was a lot more annoyed than I am now. I'm still slightly annoyed with this boss, but I'm comfortable enough where if I die, I'm like, okay, well, I know what I'm doing wrong. I know what's happening. I just gotta, avoid the nonsense. Woo! I do not like attacking after that. It's just too much rolling going on. Now I was definitely out of stamina right there. Oh, whoa! I don't know. That's just one of those situations where you feel like he timed it just right, but it just snags you. And I don't know why. I don't know what. And you just don't know if you need to wait a little bit longer or not. That's just the biggest problem with this boss. Because you can dodge, and that dodge works for the other attacks that look like that, but for some reason that one just has an extended hitbox, and that's a problem in my opinion. I do not like that. There's just too many tiny problematic things scattered in the moveset of this boss, and it just does not work. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't really make the fight satisfying when you die. It doesn't really necessarily feel like your fault. And that's just definitely... I need to really have a notebook, because a lot of times I'll just forget these things. I just need to have a notebook so I can write stuff like that down, because I'll forget that important stuff. But, 9 times out of 10, it won't really apply to anyone, because, this, like I said before in the other stream, this is a very niche playstyle, so it's not really going to matter. Did I already remove myself? I cannot remember. I'll find out here in a minute. Yeah, I fell off. Oh, bummer. Yeah, you got that. You got the chance of that happening, which really sucks. For some reason, I can't ever seem to dodge out of that. It doesn't give me enough recovery time. I don't know, maybe. It's just that foot stomp is so ridiculous because it looks so similar to the golden foot stomp, but thankfully it doesn't happen that often, but when it does, it's just very jarring because you keep thinking it's the golden stomp sometimes. And you're like, I don't know if I need to jump or well, I mean, you can jump both ways, but still, actually, no. If you jump the regular foot stomp, pretty much 8 out of 10 times he will use that thrusting attack, and the recovery time from the jump isn't fast enough. So you're kind of screwed. That's a really, dang, I need to write that down. Because I really need to address that, about how bad it is. Oh well. It's basically just you kind of keep going and you just hope that the RNG just lines up in a row, and that's just kind of unfortunately how this boss is going to work out. And same thing with the gods. You know, it's not as bad as the gods can do, obviously, but it still has a very high percentage of the RNG working out. Oh wow, okay, he's going to do it again. And I actually managed to roll out of the way, so that's good. I should have been rolling. Ooh. Oh man, it wouldn't let me jump. Ah, bummer. I didn't expect for him to do the golden stomp so quickly. I guess I was kind of anticipating something else. I was actually, you notice I was getting extra hits in. I was like, man, I really, it kind of screwed me up because I would like to be able to get a stagger before the golden stomp. Alright, what are you doing? Alright. Oh, heck, I shouldn't have done that. Man, the one thing I absolutely hate is how he just keeps going. And I know I addressed this just a moment ago, but it's just... I guess it's just the old blood of Dark Souls and Demon Souls in me where if boss should be finished with an attack, and you get to punish that attack. However, in Elden Ring, some bosses just keep going. And that's just, I don't know, I'm not really a big fan of that, because I'm like, I'm going to have to wait and dodge around until he's finished, then I can punish. But who knows how long that's going to be. But I guess I think maybe the worst example I've seen, the best example for this is actually in one of my favorite fights, the Fire Giant. I love the Fire Giant, but he's got a huge problem with wanting to roll constantly. And I mentioned that in the review that sometimes it'll take maybe 30 seconds just to get another hit in because he's just, for some reason, just rolling and rolling. But I still love the fight. I love that fight to death. It's still my number one. I can't get enough of the Fire Giant. I wish there was more. I wish there was Lightning Giant, Frost Giant, all kinds of giants. Ooh, that was almost nasty. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I don't know, it's just, sometimes I feel like I'm doing the same rhythm in timings, but at random it just never works. At random it just never registers. It just, I don't know, I just really, it's happened so many times, I'm just used to it at this point. I'm like, oh, well, it just happens. I remember that attack used to throw me off a lot. Oh, heck. I hate it when a rare attack happens like that. Because I'm like, oh, another foot stomp? What the heck? See that? I don't know. Yeah, the second phase is just a big mess. There are a lot of things I love about the second phase, much more than the first phase. But the whole just he just keeps using the AOE effect just gets really old, and it's just not even satisfying after a while. It's just like, okay, well, you just kind of hope that for the most part, it doesn't happen, but when it does, it just kind of stings. It's like, oh well, all right. Ah, bummer. I was expecting him to be a lot faster than that. That's why I don't usually attack after that, because I really don't know what timing he's going to do, what kind of delayed attack he's going to do next. It's just better than not to break the rhythm. Oh god, that throws me off too. Ah, I keep thinking he's going to do another swing, and that's what happens. I don't expect him to just hold it up a little bit longer, and he just gets me right underneath. It's such a mixed bag in the second phase. It's not like the first phase where it has a fair consistency. The second phase, it feels like you can just do anything, and you're either prepared for it or you're not. Like the projectiles, I can seem to get out of it if I'm lucky, and because the multiple projectiles he shoots out, I don't know what they're called. Whenever I dodge those, I just feel like I've gotten lucky. And it never feels like, oh man, reaction time. Heck yeah. It's just no. I dodged it because I felt like it was coming, and it wasn't due to any telegraph. I just saw him floating in the air, and he's either going to do the lightning and I get hit, or he's just going to do the projectile. I don't know. It's just kind of whatever happens, kind of sort of deal in the second phase. Kind of how I feel about Soul Cinder, the first phase. Second phase is a lot better, but the first phase is just really sloppy to me. Oh, heck, he won't let me dodge again. That is so weird. I hate that. I hate how it won't let me move. As I say, it's about to let me stand on the side. That'd be pretty wild. I don't know what I mean. There's nothing really I can do, but they really make their sides slippery, so you can't grab a hold of any of the edges. Oh my goodness. I wasn't paying attention that time. It's like whenever the screen changes, I think I get a comment or something. But it's just the feed delay. It should lead him right into the little combo move he does. Yeah, here we go. It's kind of the main goal. Make sure he's doing this. Whew! Ah, man. Okay, I need to dodge towards him on that. I could have swore it was in the middle. I thought he had something in the middle or something. I don't know. I'm still confused on that one. So maybe it is a good thing that I don't stagger him before he does the foot stomp, because I want to make sure I do enough damage on him so he can perform his three hit slam. I don't know if I can get 2 jump attacks in while he's performing the third strike. I don't know. Maybe I'll try that this time. It might be a slither of a timing, but I hate to use up all my stamina because of how crazy he gets afterwards, but just finding, that's the great thing about, about doing this, is just find something new every time. Ah, heck, I didn't catch that quick enough. I was trying to ride his right side. Oh, heck, the battery's already dead for this. I'll just keep playing it until it dies. See what? Well, no, I don't want to risk that because I might get really close. These controllers die so quickly. Alright. Yeah, last thing I want is to have like one hit away from the Elden Beast. Oh, that would be too funny. Oh no, just gives me a chance to learn more about the boss. So you got to really look at it as a positive. You know, whenever you die, you're just like, oh well, I get to learn something else about the boss. I remember the first time I defeated the fire giant, I was just sad because I was like, I just want to keep fighting him. Oh heck, I left this in here. I know I'm at the point now where I'm like, I just want to restart. Did I collect it? I think it. Dang it, I don't even know now. That's what I should have done. If not, I'll just collect it and just do it. Start over again. Yeah, I got it. Cautionary roll. Oh man, that's so weird how it just gets me sometimes. See, the problem was I rolled to the outside of that AOE, and that's because it has a higher hitbox on the outside ring. Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of that. Where is my notebook? I need to write this stuff down. I'm pretty sure I'll remember it. I tend to remember most of it. Most of the problems I have. Thing is, I probably won't write this review for maybe a couple weeks. I want to at least get one more boss review lineup before Ragnarok comes out. I definitely want to finish a playthrough before the year is out, definitely. And then, kind of wrap up the rest, because I still got the Mog and Melania, the big bosses left. I'm not going to review Ryark, whatever his name is, because it's just a gimmick fight, and there's really nothing to say about it. I mean, I might just review a bunch of gimmick... Actually, I think I planned on doing the Storm Ruler concept review, and maybe I'll have him in there. Ah, heck. Ah, man. There it goes, not registering again. I don't know. Maybe I am just running out of stamina. But it just doesn't really feel like that. I just don't feel like I'm using that much. But maybe I am, because I had to consider that I am running at first and doing 2 jump attacks. But yeah, if I'm doing a Storm Ruler concept review where I'm going to review the Storm King, Yorm, and then Rykart. Then yeah, definitely. That will definitely take some time, because I'm gonna have to. Well, not really. It won't take time for the Storm King and Yorm. Maybe a few hours. They're definitely the most simplistic when it comes to that concept. Now Rykart, he's definitely gonna take more time. It depends on how far. It depends on how much damage that weapon can do. Whatever it's called, I forgot the name of it. I mean, I still have him available for level 55, so maybe I'll just go ahead and get him. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, heck. Too early. Slightly too early. Definitely streaming. I think I'm streaming a lot longer than I did. Have I been streaming for an hour and 30 minutes? Doesn't feel like that. No. No, there's no way. It doesn't feel that long. It's amazing how much doing this will suck up a lot of time. people are probably still praising that whip message I left a long time ago. Ooh! Oh, come on! After all that. There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of cautionary rolling you got to do because of stuff like that. You know, I really should have performed a cautionary roll because I just don't know. Some of his attacks, a lot of his attacks are very well telegraphed, but some of them are very poorly telegraphed. Just kind of messy. Of course, I can always go back to the stream and review my notes that I left. Ah, man, I missed. Oh, I could have swore. Oh man, I could have swore I got hit by that. Ah, yep, definitely do not have time for another hit. I got to get one swing in and that's it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not jump attacks, but maybe I can get 2 critical hits in. I don't know. That timing seems very, very slim to me. I need to just stick to one jump attack. I could definitely get away with the, clean knight swords. But unfortunately, I can't. I don't want to overburden myself. I have a talisman that gives me more attack input based on how much. That's why I'm naked, because I have a talisman that's increasing my damage input. Because usually I would be all fashioned up, but in the end game, you just I don't know. I guess I could. I guess I could switch over to the clean knight swords and then wear whatever I want. But I really just don't want to use those for this fight. I want to use the Warp Battle Axe. I would dual wield the Warp Battle Axe, but it doesn't really necessarily stagger that well. Oh, bummer. Got too greedy. Okay, I've been streaming for almost an hour now. I think I've made it to the Elden Beast once on this stream. can't believe I rolled through that. I'm Mr. Elden Beast. Ooh! Oh, dang it, I knew I was... I haven't seen those attacks yet. Man, it's just weird how he doesn't stagger, though. I'm like, maybe I just need to do dealt attacks. Oh, heck! I actually got hung up. Oh, come on. That was pitiful. I actually make it. That's what I'm talking about. That'd be funny if I was still in that crouching position. Oh, heck. Okay, I need to be directly on his side. It's so weird having to figure out how to kill the other beast right after I've done with Radagon. It's just, man, it's just, ugh. Okay. Definitely getting a couple of light hits in seems to work very well. Getting him to immediately go into that triple slam, you know, getting him to avoid, getting him to not use those projectiles or any kind of other nonsense that he's using is just, I just prefer. Because I'm just not interested in all the nonsense he has going on with those other attacks. Ooh. Oh, heck. Don't you hate it when that happens? Oh, man. I call BS. That was stolen from me. Oh, well. Just keep trying until it works. Oh, hold on a second. All right, well, that's going to do it for tonight. Sorry that I got so close and didn't do anything, but that's what I expected. But I mean, showing more progress as I go along. That's how long these boss practices usually go. They usually just go on for hours, but it's just really fun to live stream it and just show how I've improved from the last stream and everything like that. It's just nice documentation, for viewing purposes and for my own personal documentation. So whoever watched, I appreciate it.